truth. The exact opposite of that.
I want to welcome y'all to another episode of Two Slipping Ass Brothers, and it's finna go down. Action.
All right, shall I try to talk and see what it sounds like?
That sounds good. Just trying to figure out why you're coming out of not the headphones that are clearly plugged into this thing. They're coming out of the it's not on your end, it's something on our end. Give me one moment here.
Oh, take your time. I'm still getting myself organized here. Why did I say 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday?
Yeah, as artists, we are self-saboteurs by nature.
Oh my God. This is called the butt crack of actor Dawn.
Yeah, that is exactly what this is.
Isn't it?
All right.
Let me roll on that camera now that we're ready to roll. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Who's David Patlansky?
That is Durden Godfrey. He's so serious about himself. He has his own alias. So like I have two best friends, but that's one person. It's really weird.
So this is all a lie. The whole thing is a lie.
Yes.
What happened?
Don't worry about it. No, me and him just chatting it up. Don't worry.
All right. Has anybody ever told you you look like Ken Marino?
Like who?
Ken Marino.
No, I'll Google him when we're done. I don't know who he is. I'm so sorry.
He's a very, very funny guy. He's in a lot of David Wayne movies.
Well, he's getting all my parts.
Yes.
What do you think is the best movie that you've ever seen?
Oh, no, Simple Jack.
You took too long. You prefer your cereal crunchy or soggy?
Definitely soggy.
Just like his tits. Bing. T-Roy, toys or no toys?
Are we in the bedroom at a kiss
Yes.
party?
Yes, at a chick's party. In the bedroom.
Toys.
In the bedroom. Toys or no toys?
But I'm the one that doesn't need batteries.
So she. Well, you know that.
Please.
Viagra being.
Niagara, because it's wet everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, usually is after you spit on it. Bean.
Is it saliva or saliva?
I think he's lie detecting himself now. Bing, yep, what I said was true.
I can just feel his answers coming. I know I'm predicting what y'all gonna say
I
before.
can feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife.
So now we're in Minority Report.
What'd you call me?
Bean. It sounded racist.
Sounded racist to me.
I heard it. Bean.
Hey, I got a question. What movie do they use the opposable thumbs? Can't flush the toilet.
Cats.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, because he's seriously reconsidering you being on his team right now is what I'm saying, because if you don't know this, all is lost.
Say that again.
Do I have to?
You have opposable thumbs, Greg.
You're outside the circle of trust.
You know what that is?
From the back, can we get it?
The Fockers.
Yes, but that's not the name of the movie.
Meeting the Fockers.
Yeah, that's a sequel, but that's not the fucking movie.
Hello to the Fockers.
Bonjour, fucker. No.
What was the movie?
Meet the fucking parents, man. This is shit we gotta fucking do.
Oh, bitch, don't worry about it.
I get cursed out for telling the truth. Ain't nobody said his name. I said I wanted the part in Creed.
I know, but who got it?
He auditioned for it. So
You brought it up.
I did bring it up. It's fresh on my mind. That's what I was thinking about when I went to lay down for the film. No, not even that. No,
subconsciously it is working.
I guess it must be something. Yeah, because I wasn't even thinking because of that. Yeah, no. Oh my God. I'll tell you this. I'm glad you said that because I think you put it on the right premise. What as actors, sometimes we're more so concerned about our performance. We forget that there are other people performing who have things like you said, weight on their shoulders. We don't know what you think they may be being dismissive, but in their mind, they're 7 scenes ahead trying to get this thing together. So it comes across a different way if you're not in their head.
No kidding.
All right. Before we get into Invention of Blind, I'm going to do a quick reset and then we'll jump right into that.
All right, cool.
Awesome, man. You're doing great, man. I think you have some of the best. I mean, I've said this before, but I think you have some of the best stories we've ever heard. I'm still trying to figure out what the lie. I don't want any of these things to be lies. I want them all to be true.
Yeah.
Everything to be true.
Yeah, but it could be that they're all lies.
Oh man.
And then we got to sort through the truth.
Hey, you're doing a hell of a. You're convincing us. So I mean.
Oh, good.
I can't handle the lie. All
I
right.
can't handle lies.
Yes, he'll be coming back in shortly, but I love the way you put it, these Where's Waldo's parts, and it seems like you've been fortunate enough to all these people you've met on these sets, and I tell people that's why I love what I do. I mean, yes, making the film is good, but it's like, man, these are my true coworkers. Not the all odds and end jobs I've had my entire life, but these are my coworkers, the people I don't want to let these people down.
Yeah, I think that the whole, and I think because, I'm one of these people that through my early life, had a lot of really weird jobs, everything from factory work to, just really crappy jobs, some really crappy jobs. And when I've had crappy jobs, if you're like, for example, I worked in a crab factory where it was like we're unloading crabs off these boats in the middle of the, like 4 o'clock in the morning and killing the crabs and all that. And it was a crappy, ugly, shitty job. And we got paid by how many crabs we killed and stuff. And it was, if you had a really great group of people doing it, we would have so much fun. I actually would start to look forward to going to work, doing something crappy, and it's like remembering that feeling when you're doing something like a movie where you're making a lot more money and you're being treated, as I said, like you're in assisted living. It's like, come on, man, like there's some really crappy jobs in the world. I feel very lucky that I get to do what I do and get paid for it, because we got to remember that, man, there's people out there literally cleaning up other people's shit for a lot less money than what I'm doing when I'm doing a movie. So that's sort of my feeling on that.
Awesome. Yep. No, we're just having a private conversation. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't know how one single cup of coffee turns into 12 cups of urine, but
it happens.
It's a scientific mystery.
Maxwell, he'll do it to you. All right. So before, like 3, 2.
Give me 1 second.
He's resetting. I mean, listen, I think you need to do an audio CD of just stories. I could just listen to this long form of all these stories you have. You're so calm. You're not going up. You're going down. And these things. I don't even know if you've lied to us yet. I don't want any of these to be lies. Oh, there we go. Now you got nothing to say.
I don't know.
Oh,
We'll see.
Oh me, oh my. You already know the lie?
Okay, well, first I'm also going to tell you, guess how many times I've seen the invention of line?
Once.
0.
How many times?
0. I've never seen it.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. That's not the lie.
I watched it last night, and then there were too many killer couples episodes.
Oh my
You guys have inspired me. Maybe I'll watch it now. Is it good?
It's a good watch. It's a really good watch. It really is.
It's good.
So wait a minute, you have inside information on the lie?
Yeah.
And one of the opening scenes here, when Ricky Gervais's character goes on the date with Jennifer Garner, he asks her, what'd you do today? And then he's like, be more specific. He was like, well, what do you do? Where do you work? She's like, I work in an office. And if anybody knows, Ricky Gervais, of course, is the reason why the U.S. got The Office, because of the British version, and everyone loved it so much it was made for American TV. So that was just a subtle connection there from the original creator of The Office with, it's pretty good. This is a weird connection, but I really love it. Mark Bellison looks a lot like the fake Terminator Schwarzenegger from the 10. I kept thinking that every time I saw this motherfucker. I was like, I just this a weird connection, because we just laying. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is he laying there like that? Like, I'll be back. No, you won't. Like, why are you here? We're just missing the 2 black guys from the 10. Also, Stephen Merchant appears in the film directed by Ricky G. Wouldn't you know it that he started in the original Office in the UK. And last
they've done a lot together. They've done like podcasts and other pilots that Gervais has directed.
A lot of them, to be honest with you. And last but not least, The Office meets Office Space. Again, I brought it up when we were watching it again, doing the rewatch. It's the walk-in, how Ricky G walks back in when he finally has the script. He dipped in coffee, the greatest story never told. That's the same way Peter walks back in the office, and you can the similarities is how everyone looks at them when they come back in the office, like, oh shit, he doesn't really give a fuck, like that look there. So those are the king of connections, the cop. I want fat little kids with snub noses. They repeated that so many times throughout there. It was like, God damn.
Yeah, when they're sitting at the restaurant, Anna's talking to her mom in front of Mark, just like right in front of him, just dogging him, and she's like, he's got a funny little snub nose, kind of like a frog had a facial. His reaction is, yeah, but, and he's got nothing because he's defeated. No. Yeah, but what? What? Like, rebut.
Compliments for the chef. I don't know what's wrong with him today. Looks fine to me. Well, that's because you're fucking stupid. Or no, that's because you're stupid. When they're like, God damn. Because they put the food down there. That was hey. Rob Lowe, if you need him, ladies and gentlemen.
Brad.
The ending of the script when the whole office was in there, and he was fired by his asshole, or fired by his dumb boss, and was ridiculed by the two douchebags, and we was talking about Rob Lowe and the other girl in that meeting. No, nothing.
I'm trying to bring myself.
He was reading the script. He was trying to tell everybody the story, and right at the end of the story, he was just like, and it would mean that Mark Mills would be the greatest writer ever, and he was just like, and oh yeah, he was fired by his idiot boss, and his two douchebags, such and such and such and such, didn't believe in him. He put that in the story. You didn't hear that?
These aren't my words. These are very specific. They sound like my words, but these were written centuries ago.
He did say that. He did say yes.
This was a prophet, a very specific prophet. Yeah, man, people are so gullible.
Why did he even dip it in coffee if he knew they were going to believe it?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
What's up? I'm an astronaut. When's your flight? What do you say? When's your launch?
I feel like there's probably like 20, 30 minutes of that bar scene of them just riffing different things, with him like throwing different lies out, and because he's sitting there, there's 3 like masterclass comedians and funny people standing at that bar.
I've been there for days, man.
Yeah. This part was really cool to me. It's just like the Office Space moment, where it's like it's time for the protagonist to fight back. Get I think it's Louis C.K. that asks him, "What would you do?" I get money. I get all the money.
Boop.
That's like a perfect cut to a montage.
Boop. Mine was my last one was. Are you telling me it's a perfect cut?
No.
Oh, okay. My last one was. Wait! Stop! You gotta have sex with me right now, or the world's gonna end. And she waits, takes a beat. What? Should we just do it right here, or should we get a hotel? And he contemplates that shit for like 2 or 3 seconds, like a motel. So yeah, that was the one for me.
Do we have time, or do we need to do it right now?
If you notice, he also snuck in that Ricky Gervais was so sneaky with his writing that sometimes people just don't know when to shut the fuck up. Yes, it was called The Invention of Lying, but some people was just saying shit. They didn't have to say anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
How's the saying go? If you ain't got anything good to say, don't say it. Like, all these weren't questions that people were asking. Just because you were thinking them and not saying them didn't make it a lie.
Yeah.
They just want, some of these people want to just be evil and say shit. So, like, Lowe walked over to him. And that's why he said, no, that's not what I came over here for. But when I got here, it just
kind of happened.
Yeah. So there you go.
If there were an award for the most hilarious and intriguing Instagram, she would be the winner of that award. I have to tell you, I had a little bit of marijuana for breakfast when I did your interview questions, and your friend that's the author. What is her name? That's slipping my mind. I went down a conspiracy rabbit hole in my head that you and her were actually the same person, and she was like that was like a pen name that you used, because nobody is that supportive of somebody else. It must be self-promotion, but
it's true.
It's true. We'll get into that.
So let me ask you this. Is there any notable difference to the approach to acting in a linear story versus reenacting various pieces of a story as reenactments?
I haven't really done that many reenactments. I'm more like a story. However, I'm obsessed with crime shows, so I would actually love to be in a reenactment. I'm currently binging Killer Couples. It's amazing.
If you could be in any crime show, you might have just answered it, but if you could be in any crime show, what would it be of all time? Any crime show?
Ooh, any crime show. Well, I don't want to be in Dateline because that would mean either I was dead or someone I cared about was dead.
Or you'd have to talk to Chris Hansen. Nobody wants that.
You're watching TTFT.
Oh God, no. That's another thing I've been doing this summer is I watch a lot of reruns of To Catch a Predator. Like the guy that ate pizza. Did you see that one?
You want a slice? I'm good, thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought it was just us. Oh man, you're my spirit animal. I knew. Yes, it's a guilty pleasure. You don't want to see it happen, but I'm glad these punks are getting caught. He kept eating the pizza. Like
It was
so
crazy.
Guilty.
I think he's actually dead.
Wow. Huh?
Maybe he will visit us. Maybe pizza will appear for both of us.
Pizza the Hut.
And we'll be like, oh, he's here. And
I don't think pizza is what's going to attract this guy back from the dead. We're at the
no, probably not. But Chris
pizza.
Hansen's from Detroit, and I'm from Detroit. So he used to be like our local news guy. So it was like when I was a kid. So it was very weird to see him do that.
Yeah, he follows the money. He knows where it's at.
He's on the documentary White Boy Rick on Netflix. I saw a young Chris
I
Hansen
love
in
White
Detroit.
Boy
He's
Rick.
like, oh, see, boom.
I would highly recommend if you're into like an investigation, discovery, stuff like that. There's a YouTube channel called That Chapter, and it's just a dude with a camera and Google, and he breaks down these like crime stories really well. It's borderline Netflix documentary.
My name is Mike.
The funniest thing is that he's from Ireland or Scotland. So whenever like something happens that was like somebody had probation for 3 months or got shot 3 times, or this was the third offense, it's like he got shot 3 times. It's the third offense. And I told my wife, I was like, I want to stab you 3 times on the 3rd of March. And then hide your body 33 miles away from the house, just so we can be featured on That Chapter. And this dude has to just suffer through all of these 3s.
When tree? Had to be tree.
Did she find that romantic that you told her that?
She did, because that's the one like thing. She usually doesn't like watching the documentary stuff with me, but she cracks up at him when he tries to. She's like, why does he do this to himself? Why is he doing this? Why would he choose this when he can't pronounce 3 or third? I'm like, look at his YouTube views. There are ads playing. That's why he does this to himself. He's getting paid for it. But Barry, going back to Barry Corbin, he was like, because we ran into the same thing with him. IMDb was reporting things that actually hadn't happened. We asked him about a project. He's like, I haven't heard about that. They could put it on there because it makes my resume look better.
Exactly. And it just takes like, you need like a certain amount of documentation to have them change your IMDb page. And I'm like, who cares?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah. And
wait, I
whatever
have
you're
a
gonna get.
visitor that wants to say hello.
All right. Yeah.
Because I didn't realize I should have had him the whole time. That's my pirate.
Oh. Hello. Hello.
And what is his name?
Pirate.
Hello, Mr. Pirate. Thanks for being with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
That's a Black Santa thing going on. A Black Santa pirate.
Yeah.
Yes, I like him. I like it. Wow. He's a little frisky fella, isn't he?
Oh, he's waving to you guys.
Oh, way back, David.
Nice.
You know this is reminding me of now.
See, it's another dumb thing that I like
Yeah.
that makes me laugh.
Awesome. So again, we thank you so much. And listen, can he say bye to our crowd? Can he say bye one more time? Can he tell everybody bye, the pirate?
Yeah, what I threw him to the side. I threw him overboard.
Is when I see there's like a cartoon now on YouTube that it's called Little Iguana. It's completely animated, but the iguana resembles the little iguana in that. I was wondering if there was any, and it's produced by it's all like safety PSAs. So I was wondering if there was any connection there.
That's probably it. It's probably it. Though I have to say that I had a really hard time telling the iguanas apart. So even so,
they all look the same, right?
I didn't want to be the one to say it. They all it's very insulting to the iguana.
Yes. All iguanas matter.
Yes.
All right. So I think that relationship that Ricky and Matthew had, I loved that in a way, like what I was saying about Edward Norton working with Tim Blake Nelson. I think when you have people, and especially if you're doing like what Ricky was doing, and I watched this with Stanley Tucci and Campbell Scott when they were directing Big Night together. They were kind of co-directing because they were both appearing in it. It's really hard to appear in a movie that you're also directing. That's a big challenge, you know? And so you need that relationship with that other person. That's your intimate. That's the person that would be around the table with you. And now we're making the movie. You're bringing that. There's a great moment in, if you've seen the documentary about Billie Eilish, you know, and how Billie and her brother are making those songs together, just sitting in their room, sitting on the bed, you know, in his room, and he's at the computer and they're mixing and they're doing all the stuff. And then when you see them in concert, they actually have a bed on the stage and they're doing the song and suddenly the bed is raised up in the air. It's this idea, Stanislavski refers to it as the circle of public solitude. So it's this thing that we do where we create this intimacy, but then it's exposed to the world. And so I think that was the thing that was interesting to watch how Ricky was working with his partner, is it's as if we're just in our living room, fucking around, messing around, and there's a whole bunch of people who are going to see this.
In 1998, you starred as Rick in Next Stop Wonderland, which also starred the late great.
Hold on. I promised him we were not going back to 98.
I know. I
couldn't. 98 again.
Yeah, well,
the highlight of my
career. It was a lie. Yeah.
So you're in Next Stop Wonderland, and this starred the late great, gone too soon, Philip Seymour Hoffman. His birthday actually just passed on July 23rd. You'd go on to play a small role in another film starring Hoffman the next year with State and Maine. And then 10 years later, fate and a very compelling email from Richard Gervais would lead to your IMDb paths crossing once again with The Invention of Lying. We were wondering if you had any opportunity to spend any time with Hoffman on the set of any of these productions.
I don't think maybe briefly for State and Maine, I might have been able to say hello to him. You know, okay. You're talking about an actor that I just think, oh my God, I could weep thinking about that we lost that man in the way in which we did. Because obviously a deeply feeling, caring human being. I know people who knew him well, you know, like, and everybody talked about him as like just a deep soul, you know, like a deep soul. So, you know, I feel lucky that I appear in the same bit of, well, celluloid in those days, in some little digital frame. I'm somewhere alongside him, but no, I never got to talk to him.
Yes, Karina Ariabe worked with him on Flawless, and she had her story was so heartbreaking because she had when she found out about his passing, she was working on a play called, I'm gonna say it's A Spoonful of Water or something. I can't remember the name of the play, but she played a drug addict in the play. And she got the call right before she had to go out on stage for this emotional scene. And it was like, it was like the worst kind of serendipity playing out in that. And, yeah, I mean, I selfishly, like, I just, when movies come out, just like, man, Hoffman would have been so much better in that role, like, if only.
His range was amazing. I mean, I remember the first time I saw him, I didn't know it was even him. It was a Twister. I didn't even know it was him. It's like, man, who is this guy? He's jumping off screen.
For the longest time, I didn't know that he was Big Lebowski. Don't touch that. Please don't touch that. Like that way, he was just such a, and he had the ability to make a bad movie great just by him being in it.
Yeah.
He made, when you're in a film with Ben Stiller and you're more funny, making me laugh more than Ben Stiller, then that's how I know where your range there. Along Came Polly. He is that man. He's the man. He will always be the man. So I'm a little jealous you got to work with him, but hey, listen, like you said, that microcosm of you being on that frame, man, listen, we appreciate you. At least say thank you for that.
It had a few titles before it was Invention of Lying. I remember for a long time, like not knowing what movie I was in. Like somebody said, "Oh, you're in Invention of Lying," and I'm like, "What?" And then it was that the title had changed. But that's true of Shutter Island too. A few of them, you know, the title changes by the time it goes out.
I think it was Mytho Man or something, or Mythos or something like that. It was,
might have been, yeah. It had a few titles.
This Side of the Truth.
Yeah.
This Side of the Truth. That's the one that I thought I was in, and then it turned. So he was lying. That was maybe that's why he did it.
Awesome, man. Thanks for bringing us into your beautiful home. You might have the number one most beautiful home we've seen. Because usually we get like this small little capture. You're like, no, I want to show them the whole. We love that, and likewise, I think I know what we have in common is that we do. Oh, look at that! Whoa, look at that!
I designed this house with my wife, and we built it with 140 of our friends. It's a timber frame. It's all cut by hand. We raised it. Had a big party with music and stuff like that.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
I need some better friends. We need 138 more friends.
And I should do a promo. She just had to do one of these for one of her former students, who's a great comedian named Baron Vaughn. And he's got a podcast called something about Quar. And it's iQuar or something. And it's these quarantine interviews with actors and stuff. You can see her do this kind of thing on that.
So, and obviously I'm not. Also, I was so excited to do this. I didn't sleep at all last night. So that's why I look so tired today.
You're in good company.
Yes.
You guys didn't sleep either.
We got done he was doing the research on the episode. I was doing a photo shoot until 2:00 in the morning, and we had an interview at 9 a.m. this morning. So we came here and set up the studio so we could just roll right into this.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
It's the things you do.
Yeah, I stayed up. It was too hot here, so I did watch Killer Couples on my phone.